like clock. I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols, reaming my body.
I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I had a completely separate video planned for today. I had to throw that absolutely in the garbage. What it seems like right now is that Naruto actually is going to get a brand new form. Now I gotta say this mainly because of course it's like disclaimers or whatever. This is not necessarily completely confirmed mainly because we didn't really get anywhere from Organic Dinosaur or the actual Naruto Twitter account or anything like that. These are actual flat out leaks, but for what it's worth, I'm gonna say this. I'm like 95% sure that this is actually true. Now, as I said, it's not confirmed. I do want to say, however, a couple of things that do have me a tiny bit suspicious is the fact that we're getting these leaks 3 full days before the Boruto chapter actually does release. And some of you guys might not know this mainly because me personally, I'm more plugged into the Boruto spoilers than a lot of people mainly because I do this YouTube thing. But when the Boruto manga actually went over to V-Jump, the spoilers that Boruto actually did give out before the actual chapter released has started to become extremely constricted. Like, it was extremely tight to the vest. Almost damn near no spoilers came out at first. And over the past couple of months, they started to trickle out. But 3 full days before the release, that seems almost extreme. Now, I do want to point out this right here is definitely an extreme situation, mainly because Naruto has a brand new form. So, of course, there might be a little bit more emphasis on getting the spoilers out. So that might be a situation. But I just want to point out that right there does seem a tiny bit fishy. Now, my initial reactions, I'm absolutely hyped, man. I'm incandescent. I'm over the moon, everything. I really do love the character of Naruto, and I've been hearing everybody say that Naruto has been getting completely disrespected by the Boruto writers for over the past couple of months. And this right here is like the ultimate respect. First things first, I do want to give a moment of silence for the Sasuke fans out there, man, because after this form, it's gonna be no debate anymore. Naruto is gonna be confirmed stronger than Sasuke. But real quick, I definitely want to give credit where credit is due. I give all credit to the Boruto writers, man, because coming into this series, a lot of people thought that this was just gonna be the Boruto show, and a lot of people were kind of mad about that, man, because of course Naruto and Sasuke and a lot of the past generation characters were a lot of the favorites of the actual fan base of Boruto, even though Boruto was this quote-unquote brand new thing. And I do want to point out, even earlier in the series, it was all about Boruto and the next generation. And if you guys look at the early parts of the Boruto manga, you barely see Naruto and Sasuke. The only time that you really see them is when Momoshiki actually came. And of course, if you look at the anime as of right now, you barely see Naruto and Sasuke in the actual anime. Over the past couple of years, the Boruto writers have heard a lot of the feedback, and the Boruto writers have pretty much given us what we wanted. We wanted a lot more of the past generation, and they listened. Not only is their influence extremely heavy in this particular arc, when we talk about the Ishiko Tsugi arc, they're still giving more upgrades to Naruto. They're still giving Naruto more character development. They're still giving Naruto and Sasuke the opportunity and potential to steal the spotlight from Boruto, even though of course this is the series of Boruto. But to be honest, when I look at the situation that they're putting Boruto in, I really don't think it's a bad thing for Boruto. I think the Boruto writers are actually showing confidence about the future of what they have in store for Boruto himself. We understand already that Boruto is supposed to have a very extremely dark future, and then of course Boruto will be the star of that potential story. But as of right now, a lot of fans do want to see Naruto and Sasuke do what they know how to do. Another thing that I do want to talk about, I really do feel the influence of Masashi Kishimoto. I have absolutely no doubt that Masashi Kishimoto as of right now is definitely penning some of the stuff that are in this Boruto manga. If you guys do recall, Masashi Kishimoto had his own manga that he had running simultaneously to Boruto called Samurai 8. Now Samurai 8 got discontinued, it stopped, and of course Masashi Kishimoto said that he wanted to take a little bit of a break, and of course I'm pretty sure that he did. But now I feel like we're probably seeing a little bit more of the influence of Masashi Kishimoto. Now of course I don't really have any sort of inside knowledge, this is just my speculation, but I really do think that Masashi Kishimoto is behind some of the pen. I really do think that Masashi Kishimoto also had some influence in the design of Naruto's quote-unquote brand new form. Alright, now from the designs, a couple of panels actually leaked, and we did get to see a tiny bit of the design of Naruto's new quote-unquote form. Now I do want to point this out, it is very possible that this right here isn't necessarily the full product of Naruto's transformation. He might still be in the process of actually transforming, but from what we see is that he looks a lot like Karma in this form. And of course, when Naruto does go in his regular Sage mode, or when Naruto does go into his regular Sage with 6-pass mode, with his chakra mode, he still does look a little bit like Karma, but in this particular form right here, he looks even more like Karma, like he's completely taking his form. If you guys look closely, you see the black thing around Naruto's eyes, and it goes up past his head. It almost looks like a horn. That's the exact same thing that Karma has, but of course, that's his ears, not horns. And of course, the black thing is also surrounding his eyes. One of the key factors to actually differentiate Naruto's forms from his other forms is to look at the pupils of Naruto's eyes. twice. Now in this particular form, Naruto actually reverted back to KCM2 when he just had the one slit in his eyes, and it looks exactly like Karma's eyes as well. He's just completely taking the form of Karma, and of course, needless to say, it's most likely going to be a lot stronger in this form as well. I know it's going to bring back a little bit of feels, but it really reminds me of Jiraiya's Sage mode. If you guys recall, when Jiraiya actually went into his quote-unquote imperfect Sage mode, he took the form, or he almost took the form of an actual frog, and when he did go into Sage mode, needless to say, he was extremely stronger than he was in his regular form. And in this particular situation, I think it's going to be the same thing with Naruto. Naruto is looking a lot like Cartman, and of course, he's going to be a lot stronger in this form as well. Now, when spoilers like this leak, I really don't like to read the actual dialogue mainly because a lot of people who actually translate the dialogue really only use Google Translate, and of course, Google Translate pretty much gives you like the bare bones, and sometimes it actually misinterprets a lot of the dialogue. But from what we're hearing, and again, 9 times out of 8, the dialogue from Google Translate is most likely going to have a little bit of misinterpretation. But from what we're hearing is Naruto can potentially die from actually entering this form. Karma was actually warning Naruto, but of course Naruto didn't care, mainly because they are actually in a very dire situation. We understand that Ichikozuki is the type of character that doesn't really care for Naruto and Sasuke, mainly because he's just that strong. He can literally just destroy Naruto and Sasuke at their current form, not actually counting Naruto's new form. He can pretty much destroy Naruto and Sasuke in like under 5 minutes. It could definitely be extremely easy for Ichikozuki. So because of that, Naruto definitely does at this particular point feel like there is no possible way to actually beat Ichikozuki without tapping into this form, and of course that's exactly what he's going to do. We all understand that a lot of the strong ninjas out there, they always have a trump card. Naruto right now was playing his trump card. Now of course, for the Sasuke fans out there, I know, as I said, it's a dark day for you guys. Of course, you guys are not necessarily going to like this news, but of course it's very possible for Sasuke as well to also have a trump card. One of the biggest trump cards for Sasuke is the Izanagi and the Izanami, but of course there might also be a different level to his power as well. There might be another form that Sasuke has. There might be a situation where Sasuke unlocks a second Rinnegan or something like that. So I just want to point out, it's not completely over for the Sasuke fans out there, and Sasuke might actually get a new form, but there is no doubt this is a dark day for the Sasuke stands out there, and this is a very good day for the Naruto stands out there. I do want to make this clear. I strongly doubt that Naruto is actually going to die from entering this form, but there is a very good possibility that after this fight is actually over, Naruto might be significantly injured and Naruto might be significantly weakened. I really hope that won't be the case, but of course we can't necessarily rule anything out, man, because this right here is something that we haven't necessarily heard of before. Let me know what you guys think about Naruto's new form in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for it? And for the Sasuke fans out there, let me know what you guys feel as well. But this be your boy Bar B, and we out.
It's a knife.